items and how to rearrange them within Photoshop. So think of the layers on the right side where it says layers as whatever is on top in the layer, and whatever is on bottom goes underneath other things. So what we're going to do is play with our layers today to break apart a document. So as you can see, this is all one flat layer, one item, and we want to break it into multiple items so we can stack them together. So what we're going to do is create some different layers and then cut it out, copy and paste it into a new layer. So this bottom right corner where this plus sign is right here, you can hit plus and add a new layer, okay? In this layer, I want to put the top bun. So what I did was I double clicked where the name is, and that allowed me to type a new name. So we have a new layer that is top bun, and now we need to copy and select and copy and paste that new bun into there. So I am going to right click on my lasso tool, which is the third tool down. I'm going to go to magnetic lasso. So when you choose magnetic lasso, it is going to do its best to try to guess where the difference is between two different colors. So I'm not clicking as I go. I clicked the first time, I'm dragging around, and then I'm going to click at the end. When I do this, I'm going to get these little dashed lines. We call these ants, and it means that the item is selected. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. If you see convert to layers, make sure you click convert to layers or this will not work. So right here may be a convert to layers button. Again, you can drag this down and see it. And then if it's already converted to layers, you can go to your move tool. So this very top tool on the left is your move tool, and it allows you to grab something and to move it, okay? Oh, I have to be on this first layer. So if we wanted to grab this and move this elsewhere, we could move it. For now, what I'm going to do is copy and paste it. So on my keyboard, Command C, and then I go to the layer that says top bun and Command V. Okay, so this means if I was to turn off layer 1, which I can do by clicking the eye so I can't see it anymore, then the only thing I have left is this top bun layer. Okay, and then you can see that my top bun is there. Perfect. So I'm going to turn back on layer 1, hit the plus sign. I'm going to double click this. I'm going to do lettuce. Okay, so with the lettuce, we're going to try a different item. I am going to try the object selection tool. So the fourth one down, you may need to right click to see it, but there's a little square, this object selection. So this means if I make a rectangle around something, it's going to try to guess, it is going to try to guess what it wants selected. So in this case, it's going to guess the difference of the green and the white is what it wants selected, which it did a great job. Okay, again, go back to the move tool so I don't click anything, select anything else. Command C, go to my lettuce layer. I can turn off layer 1 and Command V. Okay, and then it will paste my lettuce. And since I'm in the move tool, I can move this around to where I want. Okay, turn off the lettuce, turn back on layer 1. I'm going to hit the plus sign to create a new layer, and this layer will be tomatoes. Okay, for the tomato layer, we are going to click fourth down again, and this time I'm going to try quick selection tool. So with quick selection tool, what it wants to do is it wants to guess, make it a little bigger, what the difference is between the colors that you are selecting and the outside. So you just kind of drag your mouse around the area you're selecting until you hit the border of what you want. Now you don't want to drag the quick selection tool outside the border too much because then it will select some of the white space, but you're just going to do your best to kind of tell it where the edge is. Okay, so when you have it selected, what happened to it? There we go. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Go to layer 1. Here. Turn off layer 1, Command V. And there are my tomatoes. I can go to the move tool and move them around. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing this until we have enough objects to make ourselves something delicious. Meat. And then I'm going to want a layer that is bottom bun. And I'm definitely going to add bacon to mine. Okay, so I'm going to go back to layer 1. This next one I want is bottom bun. So you can use any of the 3 methods we just talked about, the magnetic lasso, the quick selection, or the object selection tool. So I'll stick with quick selection one more time. That's what it thinks is what I want selected because there's a difference in color here, which it's correct. I'll go to the move tool, Command C, and then I'm going to go to bottom bun, Command V. Perfect. Turn off bottom bun, go back to layer 1. Okay, this time I am going to use quick selection to do the meat. Command C, meat, Command V. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to layer 1 one more time, and this time I want bacon. Okay, and it's a little trickier because there's all the different colors, but it should still work. Okay, Command C, and then I'm going to go to the bacon layer, Command V. Okay, go to the move tool and grab it. So what I'm going to do now is turn back on all these layers that I have. So you'll see all the individual pieces of my burger. And the problem is if I do it like this, some of them are not the ones on top that I want on top. So this is when we start to talk about layers. So the ones that you want to be on the bottom over here, you're going to need to click and drag down to the bottom. And you see that blue line will show when it's being moved around. So you're just going to click and drag until that blue line is at the place you want it. And I want my bacon on top of my meat and then my lettuce and tomatoes. So that looks like a pretty good sandwich to me. Okay. So if you need to clean anything else up, you can. Like I can see on my tomato layers, there's a little bit of white here. I can come over to my eraser. You can do the regular eraser or the magic eraser. We'll try to guess what you want. And it's going to guess that I want this white space gone if I click there. Okay, so now I have a delicious looking sandwich. Let's make it a little bit flatter because that's how a sandwich would actually be. Amazing. So to turn in my new sandwich, I am going to do Command-Shift-4, screenshot, drag it around, and that is what I will turn in. Your sandwich should look slightly different than mine because this is just an example. So I am going to go ahead and add that in here and put it on top. Oops. You guys do not obviously have to add the word example. This is just for you guys to know that that I am saving is an example. Thanks.